through this training, we've been aware of the support provided by UL together with LAB to the teachers of mathematics and sciences. So the first thing we have seen the support which can be categorized in two things, in two components. The first, it's about the content. I can say the content and method. The second support which was provided was about the tools. So we have been aware of the content which have been provided, like scripted lessons that they were trained about. We have also been aware of the e-resources that they have been trained about. We have also been aware of different educational softwares and the other tools which were provided. They have trained us about the many methods that this program focuses on. Those three methods are inquiry-based learning. We have project-based learning. We have learned about the project-based learning. And the third method that it focuses on, it's what we call 5 E's instructional model. These three methods are very important. They have also told us, and we were aware of the tools that they have provided to the teachers so that they may teach mathematics and science in an adequate way. Those tools which are tangible, we can list, for example, computers, projectors, other science kits. They have been provided with science kits. We have also been trained about the assessment tools which make the work of teaching sciences and mathematics in particular very easy. We can give example of show me boards. We can list, for example, voting cards and pre-cards. Thank you.
Do you think what you gained here really helps you monitor and evaluate teachers?
Okay, this what we have learned here is very important and helpful in carrying out the monitoring and evaluation, because you cannot monitor without being aware of what teachers have and what they need to be teaching. The second thing which is very important, what we have learned here, we have also learned about the monitoring and the evaluation tool, which is Kobo Correct. We have seen how the questionnaire, digital of course questionnaire is structured, how will it be asking, how will it be responding according to the to what we have seen in the real situation of the school. So I'm confident that what we have learned here is important and will help us to monitor the efficacy of the program so that it may be improved for achieving a desired goal.
Sometimes assessment of outcome is very difficult for some teachers. How will you know that the teacher you are evaluating is implementing formative assessment effectively?
Okay, thank you very much. For a teacher to implement a formative assessment in a more effective way, the teachers have been trained about different tools they ought to be using so that this evaluation may be easy to be carried out and also be effective. So, for example, I've listed a tool called Show Me Boards. For example, he can provide a given question, then after the learners ought to, for example, to draw a sketch or to draw a graph. If they draw a graph with a given concavity which may be turned downwards or upwards, then they may see that the right graph which has been drawn is right. Yes, of course, they have drawn a right graph or a wrong graph. Then they will ask the one who has drawn a right graph whether he understands or he has copied that graph from elsewhere. Or the one who has the challenge of drawing a right graph, they will assist him so that or her so that he may achieve the desired goal. We have also seen the voting cards. The voting cards are also the tools which they have trained about, which also is important to make the assessment easier and time responding, because they have the challenge of time management. Those tools I can be sure that assessment is being implemented correctly, referring to instructional objectives, of course, but also using the tools, the assessment tools, which may make assessment very easier. Thank you.
Have you ever taught?
Yes.
And how were you assessing your students?
Okay,
especially the tools and the method you are using.
Okay, I've taught biology. And last days those tools did not exist, but there were some methods which would also make work easier, like for example writing the questions on blackboard, then after ask the response. For example, if the teacher, the learners responded, you would tell learners to raise up the hands. For example, if it's a multiple question, if for example the answer were A, then was A. Then if the ones who have understood very nicely raise up the hands for A to be the correct answer, you will say 10 out of 20, for example, have understood. Then you will be repeating or going on to the other topics. But nowadays, with the integration of technology, things has been very easy and very effective.
Can you please tell us about the effectiveness of using ICT tools in teaching mathematics and science?
Okay, thank you. Using ICT in teaching maths and science is very important because ICT provides a wide range of content. That is to say, they will be developing a very wide content that the learners will understand. Second, ICT makes teaching and learning looking easier, very fun. It becomes fun. It makes it very easy, then makes it very fun. Third, ICT makes learning and teaching effective. So the efficiency of outcomes that you will be benefiting from using ICT will be very high. You will get a very high efficiency. So I think ICT is very important in teaching and learning.
To what rate can you evaluate the delivery of this training?
I can say it is excellent. We have seen excellent trainers who had planned for everything. They had effective tools to explain the content. They were also committed. They respected the time. So I can say the training was excellent.